This is Pixel Dan coming to you from San Diego Comic-Con, and I am here at the Mattel booth once again with Scott, ToyGuru Neitlich. How are you doing, Scott?
I'm awesome! We had an amazing
Yeah!
I mean, seriously, was that not the greatest Matty Palooza ever?
It was pretty epic, I must say. It was pretty great.
Some, like, elderly man stopped by.
Yeah, who was that?
Stan Lee.
Oh my gosh!
Never washing my hand again.
So what's going on here? There is a lot of great reveals. They're all in the case now. Let's show these off to everybody.
Let's go this way. Let's see. Let's start with, man, everyone's got cast a spell already, right?
I don't think everybody does.
Not everybody, yeah. All right, here's Montana. He's amazing. Look at this. Fully articulated 4 legs. I mean, you could do all sorts of cool stuff with him. You can get him, like, standing on 2 legs. You could get him, almost a fully tooled figure. There's his, where's the camera? There we are. Which camera are we looking at?
Cameras everywhere.
Cameras everywhere. Let me show you how his little eyeballs swap here. Oops. So obviously, like all the classics figures, there's no, there's no dial on the back like the old figure. But what you can do is just pop the eyes out there. Well,
that's frightening.
The valve here. But then to put these eyes in, you actually remove the mouthpiece there, and then you can pop in the non-out eyes, like that, and then just pop this back on. And there, oops, 1.
And I guess we better start the dings.
Start the dings now. That one counts. Doesn't count when I'm not touching the toy, or you're in another booth. He was filming in Hasbro, and I was going to jump in and go, anything that falls over is my fault.
It would be.
It would have been. So there you go. There's how you swap Montana. I mean, check him out. He's awesome.
Yes, he is awesome. He is so incredibly cool. I love this figure.
I don't know what happened to him. If I could stop you from Mosquito, I think I can stop you from him. Or not Mosquito. He's I can't say, spell, or talk today. Geldor. Geldor! By the power of Geldor. Check that out. I love that the Lixor, there's liquid. I mean, not real liquid, but there's like a little line for the water there. So he can hold that. He's got his battle axe. He's got his trademark 80s mohawk right from the mini comic. This was voted on by the fans. So he's here.
Very cool. Very cool.
Can't stop Geldor. Oh, okay. Dactus. I was waiting years to get Dactus in line. It was either going to be him or Carnivis, but we wanted a heroic character back in '09, and he just kind of looks a little evil. So we went with Carnivis and then moved him to 2014 or 13. What year are we in? So yeah, he's pretty tall because you could pose him, with like that bat leg thingy. He's got like an extra long boot piece.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
Yeah, so you could do like that. I don't know what you call it. It's an anatomy thing that reptiles have. And then he's got the Drago Man wings, all new head, all new sword, tail. He's big. In fact, he's so big that we had to pack him out like this. So there you go. So the armor couldn't even fit on him. It's heavy. Feel that.
There's a lot of weight to this guy. Oh, look, bio.
There you go.
We'll
flip it around right now. We'll flip it around. All right, let's put Dactus there.
All right, so now we're stepping on down. Oh, I see some exciting things down here.
All right. What do we got here? The Easter Bunny.
Yeah, Captain Bucky O'Hare.
We beat Star Wars!
Oh, yeah.
Jackson?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, we beat them to the fluffy 80s bunny. So there you go, there's Plundar. He's got a repaint of Webster's sword, and he's got Skeletor's axe from Filmation.
Oh, with the orb on top.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, he didn't notice.
I love it.
The orb will actually be a little clear. It's a little hazy here. This is an early shot. It's going to be a little bit more clear. Yeah, Plundar. He's,
I love that. I love this figure.
Pretty self-explanatory. I mean, people are saying, why Plundar? And it's like, come on. If your brand includes a giant purple bunny rabbit, how could you not?
I'm on board with that. That works for me. I don't.
All right. So
okay.
And other characters that no one's been interested in.
Nobody.
Not a single person. So here we have the Horde Troopers.
Yes.
Would you mind handing me He-Man? So, yeah, there you got the Horde Troopers. There's 2 of them in the pack with everything you see here. This one's the battle damage one, so you got battle damage on the front and back.
Like little blaster marks, it looks like on them.
Okay. Yep, and here, Dan, why don't you hold that for a sec? So you can pull off the head.
Oh, I like where this is going.
I think I can pull off the head. These are production. There you go. And then pull off He-Man's head.
Look at that. Look at that.
In Ord armor. So that's pretty cool. You can do it with Hordak, you can do it with Adora, Man-at-Arms, you know, all sorts of stuff. So we made sure that the heads were going to work like that.
That is exciting. I love that.
So, and there's also a little deco down there. You can see a little bit of. You want to see She-Ra's head on him? Why don't you grab She-Ra? All right.
That's gonna be a buff She-Ra right there. That's
that's gonna. Well, you know, in
I
all.
guess she's wearing all the armor.
Yeah. Here, let's swap She-Ra out. Here, I'll give you a He-Man head.
It'll be interesting to see how the hair works on this.
Yeah, you know, I haven't actually tried her with the hair. I don't know. If
the pegs are usually a little bit smaller on the female.
Yeah, you know what?
So I don't think that's gonna work.
The females don't work. So there you go. But the males work. All right. I'll grab all the pieces back from you there, my lovely assistant, Kim. We had a lot going on. It's a busy booth. All right. Let's move on to the next guy, shall we?
All right, let's step on down.
All right.
Moving down to a new case here.
There you go, guys, and look at the brand new Masters of the Universe Classics Combat Warriors. These are a pair of
Hey, who's this handsome guy up here on TV?
I don't know. Who could that be? You're getting some major press here. All right. So let's snap there. All right. Oh, look, we had some people fall. Let's do Filmation sub first.
Okay.
Still 2013.
I did it. I did it.
Val's knocking everybody over. All right, we'll fix Plundar in a minute. All right, Seahawk. And let's do Seahawk first. Here, Kim, would you mind? All right, there's Seahawk. So he's got the sword that you guys all saw. So you remember, as we announced when we sold the Filmation sub, Seahawk is for sub members only. There will be no stock day of. We said that when we sold the sub. So he's got his shield, he's got his sword, he's got his badass attitude, and his ring. Check that out. It even has the sculpted ring there. So it's a new hand. He's got a lot of new parts. He's got new arms, new boots.
Very exciting character.
So yeah, he's got new shoulders there. So you can see these shoulders that look like the ripped shirt.
Okay,
So
okay, excellent. I see. Yeah.
Cool.
This Seahawk's one of those characters I think a lot of us have been waiting for since the vintage line. So
Yeah.
that's really exciting.
All right, so here's Strongor, or Strong Arm. He actually has this one doesn't come off because it's still early, but he'll have this comes off and a regular size hand plugs on. So he's got two hands, oversized and regular. I just can't pull it off because it's a prototype.
Awesome.
And then he's got his really cool space blaster there, and there you go, Strongor.
Excellent. Very cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, the name, okay, there's a copyright infringement
Just like
with someone with the name.
Jet Sled, yeah.
Okay.
So some, or like Fisto had to be Battle Fist.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, who was the one last year? Icarus. Sometimes other companies own the copyrights to names, and we do what we can.
But he's still strong-armed us.
It's still a Jets. We know the names. He's still Battle Fisto. It's
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. All right, who's next down
And I
here?
think we mentioned in the bio, like, his nickname is Strong Arm.
Oh, okay, perfect.
something
There
like
you go. Works for me.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to 2014. Are we? Oh, should we do Neptune?
Neptune.
Neptune? We didn't do Neptune. So here's Neptune. He came out really cool too. I always love having like magicians, like the faceless one and Marzo and stuff. It's cool to have these. He's got the Marzo hands, and he can grip his amulet there. Fits right in his hand. He's got Zor, turned into glass. It will fit on the bird stand. It doesn't come with a bird stand. We couldn't afford to include it, but you can get extra bird stands in the weapons pack or with some of the other characters like Tila or Sorceress. So
It's a very cool accessory. I think that's probably my favorite part about this whole figure.
yeah, it's really cool. Give you that. All right, should we move on to 2014?
Let's do it, 2014.
All right. Let's start on this side here. All right, these ones I'm going to be very careful because these are actually Horseman sculpts. All right.
Look at that.
There you go.
How exciting is this?
Ooh, too bad. Too bad. You're not going to get him till 2014. It's not that far off.
That is too bad.
It really isn't. Yeah, he's a regular fan. Everyone wondered if he'd be an oversized, but if you look at him, he really
Yeah, it works great.
works
it works
perfect.
great
Yeah,
as a
slightly
so
wider
awesome.
torso, but yeah. He'll come with two weapons, a vintage one and a 2000X inspired one.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Both heads are removable. You
Excellent.
could make put on all sorts of fun
He-Man
stuff.
and Skeletor.
That would be great. All right, let's put him back before I break him, and I get another ding.
They were basically just sort of testing the waters with these.
All right.
We're trying to find a
And here we go for the Great Rebellion.
Continuing our A-list rollout, here is Glimmer.
Glimmer, finally.
Now this will not be permanently attached to her hand. It's just a prototype, so nobody say like people might think she's.
Oh.
You can take that out of her hand. Then she's got her staff to light the way, and that's Glimmer.
Beautiful figure.
Yeah, not really complicated, but beautiful.
I love her. I don't care what Val Staples says.
I never care what Val Staples says.
and a style to look just
Now,
like that action.
Penny Dreadful, I stay up all night wondering what she says. Okay.
All right. And now we've got some new Adventures representation.
All right. Yeah, more new adventures.
Yes.
Oh, he doesn't have his mask on, but he does. He will have his glass bowl.
Okay.
I think it probably just didn't make it. Or it might be somewhere else. I'll find it. So yes, he will have the glass mask. His trident gun. Yeah, he's awesome.
Excellent.
A lot of new tooling on him too. New legs. He's got the molded in knife. If I can talk. He's got the flippers. Yeah.
Great looking figure, and it's great to finally have some more of the core New Adventures characters. I'm a big fan. I'm a
We
fan.
already had a drop.
Oh, ding and ding. There are 2 pieces on the floor.
Make sure you keep an exact count. Because the most important thing about Comic-Con is knowing how many toys I drop and how many I misspell.
It is, yes.
Yourself to complete
All right.
the entire diorama box.
Let's see if we can get him back in there without falling over.
Kind of given a
No, I'll set him back up.
All right.
Let's, you know what, well, since we got this side open, let's just keep going.
He-Man and Skeletor, anything
All right, everyone knows this guy, Goat Man from the Golden Books.
Excellent.
Yeah, so this is our traveling con figure. We don't know if he's going to be available early like Strobo was. So he may not be available until New York or PowerCon, but he's coming in 14. He comes with a giant oversized mallet. And
I think this is a really exciting accessory.
Yeah. You mean you don't like the mallet?
Well,
Yeah.
I like the mallet, but this is an exciting.
So the staff of Avion with that will have that little hook for Stratos
So
to hold.
Stratos can't hold it since he's got the
Yeah,
open
unlike
hands.
the Filmation version that went hookless. So
Excellent.
yep. New upper legs there, new wristbands. But otherwise pretty go on.
Excellent.
They're very easy to remove. They're just in little big shells that's inside them.
Which also does show, it's not just going to be the vintage figures. We're going to do all of these characters you guys have been asking for. This is the year. If you only sub in 1 year, make it 2009. But if you sub in 2 years, also sub in 14.
Can we retroactively sub to 2009?
Well, you go back in time.
Oh,
and-
goodness. Okay, here we go.
All right. Then of course, we got Standar.
Standard. Okay, explain what's going on here.
Explain this. So, I know this is sort of like Molar. It came out of a different, budget, if you will. So this doesn't take the place of like Mermista or something like that.
Okay, that's good to know.
So essentially, when we had the partnership with POW Entertainment, we wanted to commemorate it somehow. We could have commemorated it with a Hot Wheels car, or a Monster High doll, or a Max Steel figure, but we were like, you know what? MOTU is our big superhero action. We're going to do a MOTU figure.
Okay.
So we went with MOTU as the form factor to celebrate the partnership. And it also was great because it gave us a new bio and a new character and all that, so it's always cool. His mask and his glasses are removable. Here, I'll show you that.
So he's got those trademark Stan Lee's little glasses to put on. That's
But
good.
the glasses just fit in 2 little grooves on the side of his head. Actually, you got to put the mask on first to make it. So put on the little cosmic mask, put on the glasses, and there's
Look at
Standar. So he's like one of the ancients that helped like create the entire universe is what was come up with for him. So yeah, there you go. Standar.
This guy will be available where?
At Kamikaze
Okay.
in November 1st, I believe, October 31st to November 1st.
Okay.
So Mattel will have a booth there, and that's where you can buy them first.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah, and there will be some stock later on Matty Collector.
All right.
For those of you who don't make it to that show. All right. Let's go over this way. Should we swap? Or keep backing up? I'm not going to touch Modulok here.
All right, let me get out of the
All
way
right.
then, and we will adjust.
He's really fragile. But there you go. Yes, there's really something under there. All right. I'm hoping he doesn't fall apart. So Modulok, what you see is what you get. He comes with all the pieces. The interchangeable parts, the extra hands, they can all pull out. Just like the vintage toy. He's 100% tool. There's like no sharing here, I think.
He looks incredible, I must say. I mean, this is exciting.
Yeah, so I love Modulok when I was a kid. I have the old one on my desk. So he'll be the Q1 oversized figure for $40 or $43.
Excellent.
He will come in a closed box with an original illustration on the front.
Oh, excellent.
Like, if you will, paying homage to the original,
Right.
but like looking like this.
Okay.
It's being drawn by Axel, the same guy who did the mini comic.
Okay, excellent.
So he's doing the
that's
art.
Awesome, awesome.
Yep. And then our club-only figure is the unnamed one.
Yeah, what is this?
So much like Horde Prime, who you didn't know his face till he showed up because his face was always a mystery.
Right.
With the unknown one, you're not even going to know what the figure looks like until he shows up. But he will ship with this awesome new mini comic that's already obviously printed and done.
Yeah, let's open it up. See what's on that last page there.
So there's the back cover. So yeah, that'll be really exciting, and I think it's gonna tie. We also really wanted to tie together a lot of the bios and the storyline as the line wraps up, and not leave any hanging threads. This is really a Valentine to the fans.
Okay.
It's kind of a standalone story, but it's crazy. I mean, it's a wild card, and it's got a lot of. I think every page is gonna be like gasps. Like, you didn't do that. Oh my God, that character? No way! I think you're gonna feel that on almost every page.
Wow. Okay. So the figure it's comparison time. So the figure is exclusive to the subscriptions only.
Yes.
And Eric said in the panel that it was like almost 100% newly tooled.
Yeah, it has a lot of new parts. It's got alternate heads, a couple different accessories, and a mini comic.
Okay.
And you've been waiting 30 years to find out what he looks like. So I think fans are going to be pretty happy.
Awesome. Awesome.
Really, the figure is a Valentine gift too to the fans. I think as we're winding down, we wanted to do these things that just make fans like, oh yeah, that's cool.
Right.
So.
Awesome. Hey, so real quick, we got these
yes.
things down here. Who won?
Well, we have
Look,
an exact count here. So we got 98 for Lord Mask.
Huntara wins.
55.
Huntara wins. How about that?
Now, not even close.
Like blew Mask out of the water. That's amazing.
Now, it doesn't mean Mask couldn't happen. It just means he won't.
Which is
be in-
good, because we
yeah.
want Mask too. Okay.
And it doesn't mean that she's in 14. She could be in 15.
Okay.
So, and it depends on getting a minimum sub for both years.
Gotcha.
So, obvious. But, I think we're going to do that. So, she'll be out hopefully the next 2 years if we get sub holders.
Okay, sounds good.
There you go.
Sounds good.
Oh, Seahawk fell
Seahawks down.
Maybe we better find a Medora. All right. Is that it?
I think that's it over here.
Wait a minute.
We should
There's
probably
still
look at this right
giant
here.
castle. All right, let's just close this so nothing else falls down. All right. Yeah, Castle Grayskull. So this is closer.
Closer. Well, it's a lot further along than what we saw at Toy Fair.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but it's not final.
Right.
The elevator doesn't really stick the way it should, so it does that. It's not made of plastic right now. It will be made of plastic. But let me show you some of the new features. In the throne here, when you turn the throne. Oh, look at that.
Oh, nice.
So that actually activates.
Drops them off at the front door.
Yep. And if you pull her out, her tail feathers go in that little slot. So we added a little slot so she'll sit.
Oh, wait, we got a question. I'm going to ask. What was the question?
Can you guys cut the back of the arms on the throne?
Oh, okay. So the arms on the throne are hitting her wings a little bit. Is
Yeah,
there going to be any kind of tooling to fix that?
It's tooled at this point.
Okay.
So yeah, you're not going to.
So her wings are just going to be sitting stuck out like that?
Yeah, it's the best we can do.
All right.
When we made her, we never imagined we were going to get to a castle. So maybe one day we could do like a soft goods version or something that'll sit better.
Right, okay.
Maybe past 2015. Secret door over there. The orb room. So the orb obviously came with King Grayskull, but
The new little orb holder that fits inside there.
Yeah.
Okay.
the gun. So that pulls out there. It's got a little tab, so you can just tab that, and a character can actually hold it with both hands.
Right. Okay.
Unlike the vintage figure.
Unlike the vintage one, yes.
We got the flag for good guys, bad guys. Whoever owns the castle. I think that's what the original story was on the
Right.
box. We got the Trawlin assault armor here, so that's hollowed out there. So that's what it'll be like.
Looks very cool.
And it doesn't mean we couldn't do a figure of him one day.
Right.
Just not right now.
Well, that works great as a display piece, I think. I like that. I like that.
And remember, that wasn't in the original blueprint shown, so you're getting more. We got the jetpack. That'll fit on any basic figure. You just, basic, pull that off.
Okay.
And it'll
Strap.
snap
Okay.
on.
Awesome.
You got the chains that'll attach in the dungeon, and that's made of kind of a, wiggly plastic, so it'll go on anyone's wrist.
Right. Okay.
The weapons rack does not come at the castle, but you can obviously put it there. And it does come with all these cool weapons, the silver weapons. You got the training device which spins and looks like the vintage or the prototype.
Right.
The art.
Okay, very cool.
So as I said before, you got the elevator that goes all the way up to the 3rd floor. It will hold a little bit better. It kind of starts to slip like that, but it'll hold. You got the floor panels that are, obviously much thicker
So
than they
big,
were.
yeah, it's thicker and it's so like big and beefy. That's what I really notice about this. Like, I know height-wise it's probably not going as tall as a lot of people want, but width, it's like it's so massive.
It's
this way, you know what I mean? It's
pretty darn big.
and it is, yeah, it's awesome.
I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's 2 inches smaller.
Can we see the drawbridge on the front? Because I
Yes.
know that was one of the big concerns was that, the figures don't stand.
Oh,
So you
they
guys
stand.
removed a chunk out of
Yeah,
that.
so you can see we removed a chunk from the base, so it goes all the way down. So He-Man, he gets really nice
Oh,
clearance.
there's a
there.
lot more clearance above his head.
Yeah,
Okay.
look at that. And check this out, you shut it. Now this model's not working perfect, but if you push that in like in the mini comic, it'll release the door.
Oh, really cool.
Let's see if it'll actually work. You want to try it one more time? Let's see if it works. This model's been a little, okay. Oh, there we go.
All right.
It'll happen better. Like I said, not final, so ideally once you put it in, it just opens it.
Right, okay.
Just like in the mini comic. What else? We got the ledge, we got the secret door, and if you got scare glow and you have the little relic-y. Oh no, it's not in there.
Oh.
Oh, it's stuck? Okay. So there's the key, and that fits right there in the keyhole.
Oh, it fits in the keyhole.
It fits in the keyhole.
Okay, cool.
So
it
yeah.
doesn't actually trigger like a thing like on the front, though.
But it
Okay.
fits. It's just,
Right.
pretend play.
Okay, gotcha.
So use your imagination, but it does fit, which is
Right.
really cool. Yeah, that's I
Awesome.
mean,
And then the box art rides back here, correct?
yeah, so this is the box art that Rudy did, the original piece. These are the 10 characters that fans voted for.
Okay.
Mosquito came in 11, so he didn't make
What? Boo! Send it back. Boo.
The only one that was a surprise was that in Castle Grayskull Man was like number 25. But other than that, it was like pretty much like, but it's Castle Grayskull Man, I can
Yeah.
understand. Did I? Nope, did not get
Well, I
it.
see like Sorceress made it on there, which is really cool.
Yep.
I like that.
And Battle Cat, yeah.
Battle Cat, yeah, that's another good one.
Yeah.
Very nice artwork. Very beautiful artwork. Feels very Masters of the Universe. I like that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We have a few, we can look at some of the cowl or anything like that, or Sky High if you want to take
Yeah, let's go ahead and grab a look at those real quick,
Yeah,
just to
let's
kind of
do
wrap
this.
things up here. Here we go, Sky High.
Sky High. So here's Sky High, probably the most obscure figure we've ever done.
Right.
But really, what I think a lot of fans are really excited.
Well, he
over
comes from some vintage artwork, right,
Yeah.
of the Wind Raider.
You can actually see that. Let's get here's the box. So this is our non-sub holiday item, like Granomir or the Wind Raider in past
Okay.
years. So you get Sky High, you get his little staff, you get the Jet Sled, Sky Sled, depending on which copyright we own at the time. And there's the art.
Okay,
So
awesome.
he only appeared in this cross-sell poster. So that's what we had to use.
So this gives us a chance to get the pilot to put in the Wind Raider if we want to.
Just like that.
And also gives us a chance to have the Sky Sled for Tila or somebody to ride on, like in the Filmation cartoon, which is really cool.
It'll go right on. You can take that and just click it onto the back if you want. So you can have like a little jetpack. And this will fit. And it also, if you have the Wind Raider, it'll plug right in.
Oh, wow.
So,
How about that?
So you can also park this in the castle, if you
So
will.
you can park it. Okay, awesome. So I gotta ask if there's ever a chance to get the back end of the battle ram that we can plug that into.
It's
Like,
gonna
was
be
this
tough.
was that designed to fit in it if we get it?
It actually was.
Okay.
So you can even see we did design it so it would work like that, but to manage expectations and not send out any like false hope, etc. We're putting all of our efforts over the next 2 years into the figures. The goal is to try to get as many characters out, and for the amount of, if you boil down all of the energy from the Horsemen to me to Ruben to everybody, you took into like say a glass of water. With that glass of water, we could make one battle ram or like 6 figures, if you will, for that amount of energy. And the thing is, we're really trying to get the figures out. So I know there's demand for the battle ram, but right now we're going to work on the figures. Maybe way down the road, like 2016 and beyond, but definitely not in the next 2 years.
Okay, that's fair. And at least you guys were thinking ahead with it, and that's good.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
So it would be cross-compatible.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Just like the Proton Wand would possibly fit in a pack if we ever did that.
All right, so weapons pack.
Weapons pack.
Now, first of all, you did say that there's no weapons pack in 2014.
Correct, because we're again taking that effort and putting into figures. So right now, this is the last.
This is the
weapons.
last weapons pack.
Yep.
Okay.
So you get Strobo's gun, Natasha's sword, you get Cowl.
Is Cal flocked?
No, he's not.
Oh, boo. So what about Filmation, Cal? Is there any chance?
Now that we have the tool, obviously more of a chance, you know, now that he's done.
Same with Lukey. Is there, like, Luke?
You know, no plans for them, but, like, Lookie's sculpted, not tooled. We just sculpted him for this little contest. But Cowl is tooled. I mean, there's the final, you know, there's the weapon. Let's pull this out. There's no bio, by the way. I know everyone was asking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No bio.
but the Horde Trooper's on the back. Look at that. So this, yeah, there you go. We tried to, you know, the cross sell is for characters from the End of Wars, the Son of He-Man era, if you will. We basically named the weapons pack after like the different battles, really to trademark the names of the battles. So Cowell's not, you know, meant to be part of that battle, just the name of the pack.
Is he articulated and everything too?
Yeah, let me, I'll never balance him back on bow again, but yeah, he's articulated there, and the head. Okay. And the other arm. So yeah, he's got some fun play value there. So yeah, we could do a Filmation version down the road. Not, you know, nothing right now to announce, but having the tool sure helps.
Right. And what's with the green He-Man weapons? Is it like Slime Pit He-Man or something going on here?
You know, it's not a hint at Slime Pit He-Man, but you know, It'd be fun. You know, maybe help you customize one or something.
All right.
So we'll
cool.
put that back here. And then Granomir is on sale right now, the remaining customer service stock. There may not even be any, I haven't checked. I know we only had a very small amount. So we put them on during Comic-Con, so, you know, people get excited and check it out and purchase a Granomir. Last call.
I believe that's it. I think that...
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's
well, that's it. That's San Diego Comic-Con reveals for Masters of the Universe Classics. So first of all, Scott, why don't you tell everybody where they can go get all these toys at?
MattyCollector.com. Sign up for a 2014 subscription. Did anyone get a Spirit of Hordak when he went on sale an hour ago?
What?
No?
What?
No?
Why are you doing that at San Diego? Oh, man.
Anyone notice that? So he'll be on sale for the rest of the day, or the rest of the year, periodically. And sign up for a subscription, because we want to keep these lines going as long as we can, but we can't do it without your guys' help. It really takes all the fans to do this. And we can make it happen. We got 2 more years if we can get subscribers. Maybe keep it going after that, but at least 2 more years, and we're gonna do some good stuff.
Excellent. Well, you got a lot of exciting things here. I think you guys are keeping to your word with those heavy hitters. I mean, Too Bad, Glimmer, Modulok. I mean, that's some amazing reveals today, and I know I'm very excited for it. So
as long as he's excited.
I'm always excited. That's just me.
Get your cool He-Man lanyards.
I got mine.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's gonna wrap things up from the Mattel booth. So Scott, thanks once again for taking the time to speak with me and to address the fans out there. From San Diego Comic-Con, this is Pixel Dan reporting.
Stay up to date with Pixel Dan at San Diego Comic-Con 2013. Follow at Pixel Dan on Twitter or /Mandalorian30 on YouTube.com. Also, don't forget to shop for all your toy collecting needs at NerdRageToys.com. From vintage to modern, there's something for everyone.